Greece now knows what is required to receive its next slice of bailout financing. But Thanos, is the country really more stable than when we spoke this time last year?
Politically, definitely the country is more stable following the last elections, and also the market is not concerned for now about Brexit risks, which was the case for most of the first half of this year. So from this point of view, Greece is in a better place. However, definitely, as you said, Greece knows what is required looking forward to conclude the first program review and receive the next tranche. But some of these reforms are politically difficult. They have been approving some of these reforms, but they postponed two very difficult reforms for early next year, the pension reform and the taxation of farmers. So implementation of these two will be a must in order for Greece to receive the next tranche.
The country finalised the privatisation of 14 regional airports, the exact same thing Tsipras had promised not to do before his January Prime Minister win. What does this mean for Greece moving forward? Has a part of Greece's identity been a necessary sacrifice in order to salvage the country?
Definitely the privatization of the regional airports is a very important reform and very good news that it has been finally done after a very long delay. There are many such reforms that still have to take place. I think perhaps the best news from Greece this year was the realization of the Syriza government that Greece cannot stay in the Eurozone without implementation of the official program. And this is why the country looks actually more stable today. However, the problem remains that Greece still comes across as if it is being bullied into implementing this program. Nobody is really making the case that Greece needs these reforms with or without a program in order for the country to be able to grow in the long term. These reforms are absolutely necessary, and if we look at the lessons from the other countries in the periphery, that all of them have graduated from the official program. Cyprus will be the last one to graduate in March. They have a better implementation record in such than Greece. So Greece needs to move in this direction in the near future.
If we look at the broader picture for a moment, in the last few weeks, ECB stimulus fell short of hype and caused market plunge. Yesterday, the Fed finally showed its hand. So what is your take now on Draghi's decision and the implication for economies such as Greece?
As you said, the ECB communication failed this month. On the contrary, the Fed's communication yesterday was flawless. However, from Greece's point of view, what matters is that the ECB continues with QE, and if anything, they are likely to announce more policy easing sometime in the second half of next year. This gives a unique opportunity to Greece because this concludes the next two reviews. It means the country will have implemented some key reforms, will have recapitalized its banks, relaxed capital controls, and addressed debt sustainability. But if these things take place, Draghi has already told us that Greece will become part of the ECB's quantitative easing. This will be a very positive development. Assuming the government remains stable, we believe this will happen in the second half of next year, and this could even allow Greece to access markets again. So as long as the ECB continues with QE, which is very likely, this gives a great opportunity to Greece.
Today's morning session was quiet as investors were waiting to see what trends may develop following the Fed move. Now, you said communication was flawless, but it was also described as the loosest tightening in history. 25 basis points was largely priced in, but all things considered, what levels are you looking out for in terms of euro-dollar in 2016?
What is interesting from the Fed meeting yesterday is that not much has happened in the euro-dollar. It was just the cross didn't know how to react. This is because the hike was fully priced, and the truth is that Yellen did not give us any new insights on their policy reaction function. It will all be data dependent. So it's not going to be a smooth path. It's going to be a choppy path, which was the case this year. But if we get any euro rally, we'll sell it because we believe that the euro-dollar will end next year lower than where it is now. So our projection for next year, at the end of this year, is 0.95. This might be on the bearish side, but we can easily see it at parity or slightly below. We believe if euro-dollar crosses above 110, the ECB will feel uncomfortable and they may try to talk the currency down.
Thanos, great to speak with you as usual. Thank you. Well, viewers, for a closer look at the Fed's historic move, then click back for today's press review with Jessica Walker. For me and for now, it's goodbye.